What are the top 10 safest neighborhoods in Dallas? And what are the top 10 most dangerous? This is what we're going to be getting into today here on the Real Estate Maestro channel. But before we do, I want you to pause the video and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss all the awesome real estate content that we put out here on this channel. You're thinking about moving to Dallas, but you don't know where you want to move. Dallas is a big area after all. It's a part of a huge metropolitan area, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And Dallas itself, while the city proper is pretty big, there's a myriad number of suburbs around Dallas that are appealing and quite livable. And this area just keeps expanding. People keep moving here. It's a great place to live. It's a great place to do business. You want to know where you can live safely and where you should avoid living. So let's take a look. This is an article from the Deep Sentinel, a security provider. Dallas crime rate and safest neighborhoods. Is Dallas safe? First, let's start with the basics. Is Dallas safe overall? How much crime is there in Dallas compared to other cities? Let the record show that crime rates are an imprecise measure of safety. Reporting standards vary, as does the likelihood of a victim reporting a crime. Still, citywide crime statistics give you a decent jumping off point, so it's worth exploring. They say, how much crime is there in Dallas compared to other cities? Well, this article doesn't get into comparing it to any other specific cities, but as you may know, Dallas, of course, is a big urban area, and like many big urban areas, those are going to have statistically more crime than smaller urban areas or rural areas. Now, Dallas, compared to other major cities, does not have as much of a crime problem. I can name you three off the top of my head: New York, Chicago, San Francisco. Shocker. Take this with a grain of salt as we go on. Dallas's crime rate. The FBI's Crime Data Explorer is a great resource for crime statistics across many cities, including Dallas. According to this resource, Dallas experienced about 60,000 crime incidents in 2022. For a city its size, the Dallas crime rate is about 45.9 crimes per 1,000 residents. By comparison, the state average crime rate in Texas is around 27.3 per 1,000. The nationwide average crime rate is 23 per 1,000, so the Dallas crime situation is not looking great at first glance. But again, keep this in perspective. Dallas is one of the most heavily populated areas in Texas, and so naturally it is going to have a lot more crime than many other areas in Texas. The type of crime also matters. Dallas police reported just over 10,000 violent crimes in 2022, putting the Dallas violent crime rate at 7.8 crimes per 1,000 residents. That's nearly double the national and state average for some of the most serious offenses: assault, murder, robbery, and the like. In fact, Dallas ranked number 42 on CBS's list of the deadliest cities in the country, and we ranked it as number 7 on our list of the most dangerous cities in Texas. All this, remember, is in the city of Dallas, so Dallas proper does not refer to activity in suburbs outside of Dallas. So here's what you're looking for: the safest neighborhoods in Dallas. Dallas is part of an enormous metropolitan area. There are many places in and around the city where you can choose to live, work, and spend time. If safety is a top priority, you'll want to know where the best Dallas neighborhoods are in terms of low crime areas. Neighborhood Scout recommends these as the 10 safest Dallas neighborhoods by crime rate: Preston Hollow, North Haven Park, Lake Highlands Southwest, Lake Highlands West, Preston Hollow Northwest, Preston Hollow North, Lakewood, Enclave at Ash Creek, Estates West/Highlands North, and Prestonwood. You'll find all 10 of these Dallas neighborhoods clustered near each other. If low crime living is calling your name, the best areas to live in Dallas are on the city's north side. So what's the converse of this? The most dangerous Dallas neighborhoods. It's also worth addressing which Dallas neighborhoods warrant more caution. That's not to say you should stay away. These may be great locations in their own right, but be aware of the higher crime rates in these areas and take extra security precautions. According to Area Vibes, these 10 Dallas neighborhoods have the highest violent crime rates: South Boulevard Park Row, Cedar Crest, South Dallas, Convention Center District, Cockrell Hill, Northwest Dallas, Wolf Creek, Oak Cliff, Urbandale, Parkdale, and Eagle Ford. And there they have the violent crimes per 1,000 residents metrics. As you can probably discern from these Dallas crime statistics, there's a heavy concentration of violent crime in certain parts of the city. Stay aware of your surroundings if you find yourself in these neighborhoods. Again, this is not particularly uncommon for urban areas. Urban areas are always going to have safer places to live and work, and areas that are less safe. Generally, when you're in an urban area, you should always keep your head on straight, stay aware of your surroundings. So, you're wondering, show me where these neighborhoods are. I'm not from Dallas. I don't know. Here's the Dallas crime map. Are you more of a visual learner? This map of the safest and most dangerous Dallas neighborhoods should help. So here's a visual for those 10 most safest and 10 most dangerous that we just referenced. You will see fairly clear geographical dividing line between the safest and the most dangerous. Sort of in the middle of the map there, where you see the red 4, 1, and 3, that is right around downtown. So all the green is North Dallas, and all the red, except for number 6, is really what we would consider South Dallas. North Dallas is a pretty affluent area, and South Dallas, it would be really much the opposite. If you've spent any time in a major city, you know, just by driving through certain areas, you can tell which areas are going to tend to have higher crime rates and which areas are going to tend to have lower crime rates. Now, keep in mind, again, I'll reiterate again, this is just Dallas proper. There are many, many suburbs around Dallas itself. Don't even think about the Fort Worth side of the Metroplex, just around Dallas. There are great options to live. If you want to be outside of Dallas proper for a little bit more affordability, if maybe your work is taking you to a suburb that is not Dallas, but maybe like Plano or Richardson or Garland, Rockwall, whatever. Lots of options out there for you to consider moving to that are going to be have plenty of safe neighborhoods. But again, you should research also in those areas what are some of the lesser appealing areas that you would want to live in. Wherever you decide to move, there are certain things that you should be sure that you do in your community and for your house to stay safe. With your house, make sure you have some basic security precautions in place. If you can add floodlights, ideally motion censored, to your house, those will help deter intruders. Fencing, if you have any kind of yardage. Smart home security systems. These are very important these days, especially as the world is becoming a more dangerous place. You never know what could happen in your neighborhood. And if you have active smart home security monitoring, you could possibly stop that while it's happening, or even before it even takes serious effect. Befriend your neighbors. Get to know your neighbors. Community tightness is a good way of keeping track of illicit activity in the neighborhood and people who are acting suspiciously. Keep your doors locked. Front door, back door, car doors. And don't be afraid to call 911. Even if you're not totally sure. If you see something suspicious, call 911. It's not a crime to report something suspicious. To help keep your neighborhood safe, your home safe, and your family safe. Those are your top 10 safest neighborhoods in Dallas and your top 10 most dangerous neighborhoods. I'll see you in the next video.